Hey guys. Hey, 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 hey. Hey guys, hey guys. Hey, 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 hey. Nothing's happening with Kanye. He just came to visit and he wasn't able to get in the main courtroom, but he was on the overflow. Not the overflow with everybody else. He was on the 23rd floor overflow. Hey, child. All right, y'all. I'm a all access court. Hey, all access. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get on the plane. I mean, the train. The juror. Remember the juror I told you about? That's the juror they taking off, right? But there's some stuff going on in regard to the case. He didn't lie. He's the one who told them. He's the one who told them where he lived. He's the one brought it to their attention. He's the one brought it to their attention. They did not find it out. He's the one who told them. So it's not him lying, trying to hide anything. He's the one who told them. He told them.
This is a 207th Street bound A express train. The next stop is West 4th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
S&M train. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at this accessible station. The elevator is the rear of the platform.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't the only black male. There's other black male on the.
Street bound express train.
Excuse me.
The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Okay, the A train directly behind them.
I'm sorry. You got it? Okay.
The elevator is at This is a 207th Street bound A Express. The next stop is 42nd Street on Authority Bus Terminal.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hold on, y'all. We almost off the train.
Is available to shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available at the Port Authority Bus Terminal. This is an accessible station. The ramp is at the center of the platform.
All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. All right, here we go. Okay, y'all, here we go. All right, y'all, here we go. Look, some of you guys are wondering what happened in court. Well, the juror number 6, which is a black male, the judge basically ruled that he's going to be taken off the jury. But then it looks like the judge has not finalized his decision yet. And so far, with some of the arguments. Well, let me just tell you what happened. While we inside the court, the marshals had their phones out and they were reviewing something. And I believe that it has to do with that whole Jane situation. Remember the Jane situation where there were some people leaking out information? Well, they cleared out the court because they wanted to discuss that stuff. Because remember, he gave an instruction to the marshal to get that stuff, to find out who it was and things like that. So that was one of the homework that they were doing. And you remember, they have not discussed anything about it. Y'all remember that? Thank you. They have not discussed anything about it. So that is one of the things that I did see the marshal going to the judge and bringing that to their attention. So I'm not too sure if the bloggers or content creators or whoever is in violation are going to be reprimanded or not. So that is one of the things that happened in the court. I'm sorry, I'm breathing hard. I'm breaking up. Okay, let me hey Robin, did you get my message about the money you sent me? It was sent back. Did you get my message on that? Okay, I'm gonna repeat myself. Hold on, pretty chick. I'm gonna repeat myself. I sound fine now? Okay. Now here's what happened. After the judge had his hearing, listening to both sides about the juror. Even though he made his decision, but it seemed as if he has not finalized his total decision. Remember, Steele brought up some stuff in regard to the facial expression of the juror and things like that. So it's like creating some sort of doubt. His person that works in his court, the court, we call it, his assistant, went up to the judge and said something to the judge about whatever it is that he said, right? So, I gotta mute y'all for a minute. I gotta mute y'all for a second. Hold on a second, y'all. Gotta mute y'all. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to go to the restroom. All right, here we go. As I was saying, the juror still spoke about how now that they saw facial expression of the juror, and I guess things are not going your way. You basically want that juror off the case type of thing. So that is what's happening on that. All right. So now let's talk about Kanye. Kanye had to go to the 23rd floor overflow where he was there by himself, him and his bodyguard. And one of the news people happened to get to that courtroom, and she was sitting in there, but she didn't do an interview with him. Other black men alternate on there. Yes, it is another black alternate. Whew. Yeah, so there is another black. Oh gosh, my face is so. All right, we'll go kind of back the other way. Okay. So, anybody have any question? Why was the juror removed now? Because he said he lives in the Bronx, but recently he moved in with his girlfriend. He told the juror services about him living 2 weeks ago, I guess a few weeks ago, he moved in. But when he first was doing jury thing, his license and everything, his mail, everything still goes to Bronx, and he does live in the Bronx with his aunt. So they're saying that there's a discrepancy in what he is saying, and they're thinking that he just want to be on the jury for the case. So that's what they say. But he is the one who revealed the information to the jury services. Jury services did not find that out on their own. He's the one who revealed it to them. So that's what the inconsistency was, his address. Yeah, but he has his driver's license, his mail, everything. He says he stays in the Bronx 4 to 5 days out of the week. So that's more than the majority there, because it's 7 days a week. So if he stays in the Bronx 4 to 5 days a week, that means his residency is in the Bronx. He says he works in New York. Everything he does is in New York. Yeah, they in the court listening, but he was one of the main ones that was writing notes. This guy was writing notes throughout the whole thing. Remember I was telling you, he is the one that was writing notes. At first I felt he was a prosecutor with juror, because the way he was writing and the way he was so intrigued with the prosecution. But recently he stopped writing. After Mia did her testimony, he stopped like writing. Can he talk to the media? Well, if he's released, he's not obligated to keep a hush unless the judge make an order. So once he fulfill his position, once they kick him off, he could talk. He may have found out he was removed because he found out on media. Well, he just finding out now. I guess if he's looking at, well, he'll find out. They'll call him. I don't think the judge is going to stop him from speaking, because that judge doesn't seem like that type of judge. He's going to allow him to speak because he can't stop him really, unless he put a court order. And I doubt that the judge is going to cause that, because that's going to have people to listen and stuff like that. So I doubt that he's going to put some sort of pressure for him not to speak, because if he does, that's going to have a lot of people talking. Even the media. Media is going to put it out. And now remember, he's not going to be obligated to not say anything anymore either. He's not going to be obligated not to be on the internet. He can get on the internet once he fulfills his duty as a juror. Did they rest? No, they haven't rested yet. Could you guys hit the like button? You guys are in here. Could you do me a favor, hit the like button? Well, he hasn't been officially released yet. He doesn't know he's released. He doesn't know yet. The judge has not released him yet. The judge just talked about it to the people. Why he get released? Because his address. They say there's some inconsistency. His on his what he's saying is in some inconsistency. But see, the thing is, he doesn't understand that it could have been, say he could have been living with the girlfriend, right? He could have been living with the girlfriend. What happened? Otherwise, whoever comes, you want to try to take it back. Do you want to do that? What happened? Somebody, when they come, they want to... You want to take your spot? Give you a little? Look. You tired. You can talk about it until the trial is over. You say you can or you can't. Gloria, you say you can or you can't. But once your obligation is over, well, you don't have to. Because I know people who was taken off the jury during the thing, and they could talk. Because YSL, remember that lady that was taken off, the one that moved? She could talk. She was released from it. That's what Judge Glanville said. Once they remove you from the jury, you can talk. Unless there is a gag order placed. That's what he Wilhelmina, that's what Steele was saying. They had that information prior to it. Oh, thank you so much. That's what Steele was saying. They had that information, and they're using it now since it looks like that juror was not going to side with them. Well, allegedly. Whether or not you like Mr. Judge Glanville, the law is the law. Once they release them, and he's not the first one who released a juror. I know Judge Cox has released jurors from being the main juror because they had some conflicts and stuff like that, and the judge just basically tells them they release from jury duty, that they don't have to no limitation anymore. So yeah. And you know what? It could have been, look y'all, it could have been like this. It could have been where he, when he... Back there. It could have been that he, You say you waited till Friday to make the decision. Real suspect. Gloria, it's me. I'm the problem. I be causing problems all the time. I guess the drug supplier is testifying next week. What drug supplier? What drug supplier is testifying next week? Why you gotta get in the way like that?